Hello, and welcome to Biblical Scrolls, where we take a deeper dive into the hard to interpret, the obscure, or even the misinterpreted passages of Scripture. We will also look at apocryphal and pseudepigraphal texts and other historical manuscripts. We'll be using a variety of sources, so if you're committed to just one version of the Bible, this channel may not be for you. Now let's dig into today's passage. The verse for today is 1 Corinthians 13:1, and we'll read that in the New King James Version. It says, "Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal." So chapter 13 here, many scholars believe was written poetically, or meant to be sung originally. Because remove chapter 13 and you have 12 and 14 talking positively about spiritual gifts and the development of them. But chapter 13 seems to talk down a bit on the gifts in favor of love. We can talk about other parts of chapter 13 in other videos, but this one focuses mostly on verse 1. So Paul cast verse 1 in the first person, probably partially because of his pastoral empathy, and also partially because he himself speaks in tongues. He says, "If I speak with the tongues of men and of angels." So it's not clear whether Paul or his readers thought the gift of tongues were the dialect of angels, but Paul may be writing hyperbolically to draw as sharp as possible contrast to love. The tongue of angels also has been believed by Jewish rabbis to be Hebrew, since that is the original language of the Bible. It could also mean a special type of heavenly communication among the heavenly host, a language which is not spoken anywhere on earth. But Paul's point here is even if he could speak on a level to communicate with heaven in the language that is spoken there, yet lacks love, he is just like a sounding brass or clanging cymbal. Some versions use the word gong. So now these are not worthless instruments. They are useful with others in a band or orchestra, but by themselves they produce an irritating noise, and that is what Paul is saying. Without the orchestra of love, I am just an annoying sound, no matter what my gifts are. And you can see others as you read on. Verses 2 and 3, it says, "And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mystery and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing." This value judgment is meant to be shocking. If Paul were addressing the modern church, perhaps it would go something like this. "You Christians who prove your spirituality by the amount of theological information you can cram into your heads, I tell you that such knowledge by itself proves nothing. And you Christians who affirm the Spirit's presence in your meeting because you have a certain style of worship, if there's no love in your worship, you are spiritually bankrupt." He is saying the spiritual gift is dispensable as far as the Spirit's presence is concerned, but love is indispensable. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even learned something. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up. The topics on this channel are difficult and sometimes there's a difference of opinions, but that's okay. Be blessed, be encouraged, and I'll see you in the next video.